So last night I saw something that I had never seen before, and it wasn't it wasn't weird. It wasn't uh, bad. It was just amazing, and it's I'll tell you in a minute what it was, but it kind of reminded me of the day I said I do. Um, it kind of reminded me of the day I met all three of my kids individually. They didn't all, I didn't meet them on the same day. Um, it reminded me of that time that once in a long time pass that I threw to my brother when he caught it over his shoulder, and we won a stupid little football game. Um, anyway, there's moments in your life when you get to see something, and you have to take a step back and realize that you're in a moment. And when you're in that moment, it's important to realize that this is not an ordinary moment. And last night was an ordinary moment in the sense that I was just driving in the middle of the desert like I usually do. And this job has definitely given me lots of sunsets and sunrises, and I've shared many pictures with you guys over the years of some of the beautiful things I've seen, horses and whatnot. Anyway, um, when I was driving last night, the moon had set. It had gone away. The moon was doing whatever the moon does when it's not in my view. I don't know. I don't know what it does. The science isn't in as far as what the sun and the moon do when I can't see them. But the moon was gone. The sun hadn't risen yet, and it was just me for about, I don't know, 20, 30 miles. There wasn't anybody ahead of me or behind me. And with recent winds that we had, the sky was clear. I mean, there wasn't any dust, there wasn't any smoke. And for the first time, and I can't tell you how long, I was able to see more stars than I could possibly count. And I know that's a very cliche thing to say, but when I looked up, it was amazing. It really was, because the Milky Way was just above my head, and you can see the streak going across the sky. And I got to see the Little Dipper, and I have an app on my phone that when you open it up and you point at the sky, it tells you what stars you're looking at, the constellations, and all that good stuff. And I realized that I didn't need that app to see the beauty for what it was. I wanted to put the phone down. I tried taking a picture to maybe show you guys, but there is no justice. There's no way for the phone or a camera to tell you or show you what I saw. No shooting stars, no unknown lights that we see out here in Nevada every once in a while. It just was a bright, beautiful sky that went on forever. And I realized in that moment how fortunate I am, uh, that I tried to take that moment, as ordinary as it was for the common observer. I was in a moment when I was in deep appreciation, and when I feel that way, I think of all the people in my life that have come and gone, or I have yet to meet, and that goes for all of you. That everybody means something to you, whether you admit it or not, or you understand it or not. There's a beauty when you finally find how that person created a wave in your life and it changed you. But we don't always get to know that kind of information. That sometimes it's just, the way the pieces in your life move around. It's really hard to understand. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is I really appreciate you guys. I really appreciate the fact that you listen, or you stop in once in a while to see some of these videos, and you take time out of your life to spend with me, whether you're watching the videos, or my favorite is actually when we're together, when I get to see you and hang out with you, and hearing your voices and seeing your faces. That when telling a story, it for me anyway, it there's a lot that comes from when I'm talking to you and I can see your facial features. I can see you smile, or a frown, or when there's something that gives me a cue as to how you're feeling and how you're taking in my story. Uh, the very first story that I did on here was the what's in the bag story. And that's a fun story to tell people, because when you really sell the story and you can see it in the person's eyes when they're concerned and they're sucked into the story and they're waiting for what's in the bag, and you're like telling this dramatic story, like, oh my God, was my life in jeopardy, or whatever. Maybe that's overplaying it a bit, but that's the fun of actually being with somebody that's lost and telling you through this lens. However, if you get some sort of enjoyment and there's some sort of moral, or whatever the case is on whatever the stories I'm sharing, if that makes a little bit of an impact on you or your day, then job done. But I'm way off topic here, way off into the weeds. What I wanted to really get to is just to tell everybody how much I care about you guys and how grateful I am that you're watching. But I'm grateful that we're friends. I'm grateful that we can have a conversation about just about anything. And those stars last night, and there was more than I could count. And I wouldn't want to count them, because to count them would be to put a number on them and to quantify what was there. In my reality, there was no end to that reality, just like there's no end to how many friends and how many people I know and how many lives impact my life. And I don't want to know that number. That's a number that I don't care to know, because you can't put it in a box. You can't give it a name. And anyway, this holiday season, with Thanksgiving kicking it off here in a week or so, I want everybody to know that this year, as with every year, I'm grateful for the family and for the friends and for the people who consider me their friends and their family. I love you guys. I hope everybody's doing well, and may your God bless you in the best way you see fit. Thank you very much, and have a good day.